I would be saying to them, go and invest in your own development around strategy, around leadership, in the technology space, and actually have a look at how you bring the value as a leader to the table who understands more about technology than anyone else in the room, but it's not their power base.
I think that the most important thing is to understand what your stakeholders really want to accomplish. I think a lot of times it's about the tech, and this is going to sound like, you know, an opposite thing to say, but actually being a CIO is not at all about the tech. It's about what your business wants to do and accomplish. And I think it helps also to make sure you formulate everything in non-technical speak. Why does this reduce cost? Why does this reduce risk? And why does this improve customer acquisition or customer retention? And think of it as a product and not a technology on its own.
All organisations are different, they have different situations. The single universal truth for us all is that we have got to get faster about delivering digital transformation. So that, for me, loops back to cadence. How do you up the cadence of your organisation? You can't do that unless you're leveraging ubiquitous platforms, and a platform is a broad thing. So I'm not just talking about a technology service from a vendor, I'm talking about that, plus the contracts to access it, plus the security patterns that sit around it, the integration patterns that are there, and the skills and capabilities of your own staff and your close strategic partners to get stuff done in the platform. So that is, in a sense, the platform is a way to get stuff done.
Right.
And if you have that, and you can combine that with people that know how to do stuff using that platform, and those people know your organisation and have relationships, then you're starting to get to the point where, as a CIO, you want to make something happen, that you can go to your people and say, I want this to happen, and they'll say, no worries, and it will happen quickly, without risk, not at too great a cost, because you've built the platform and because your people have a sense of how to be agile in an effective, sustainable, repeatable way. So that, from my point of view, is something that all CIOs have to focus on building, because if you can't do that, you're not useful to your executive stakeholders, because they want you to do something, and if your response is, well, it's difficult and costly, they will go somewhere else.
The one bit of advice is that we are under pressure all the time to focus on doing more for less, on effectiveness, on the cost side of the equation. It's so much easier to go to a board and ask for funding if it's about a business model of cost savings, right? We can no longer afford to just focus on the cost side of our business model canvas. We need to think about customer, connected experience, our propositions, and get even closer to the business on that.